All right, we are back again with a new video. We are on shelf number 3, which is Canadian and some world whiskeys. So there's some Campbell and Truth Malter stuff there. So I think that's what's on there, but definitely Canadian. So let's go through this now. And there's a couple that sneaked in here, like this one here. This is one of my indie bottles. Really nice little Ardmore, or the Moonrock Distillery, Highland Scotch Ardmore, 12 years, distilled on June of 2010, bottled on June, July, August of 2022. And bottled for the whiskey agency. So kind of a cool little bottle here. But like I said in my last video, I am a big fan of Ardmore and Linkwood, and also Kalila. Here's another indie bottle that kind of snuck. There's a Cut Point one. We ordered these ones from one of our whiskey club events, and a bunch of us, I believe, ordered this particular bottle. And most of them have been opened. Mine has not been, but apparently it's supposed to be pretty good. I really do like Kalila. I like definitely the smoky peaty stuff too. So that's some of my go-to stuff right away is the smoky peaty stuff. But there's something just about the Linkwood and the Ardmore is amazing. You know, it's just so good. All right, let's go through some of these guys here. I got this for Spirit Release. Our Spirit Release this year really kind of sucked. Although it was a good buy. This is lot 40, the number 4 in the set, or the release. This is Oloroso sherry casks here. You can see it's 53.4% ABV. All the good stuff there. So, but yeah, we didn't have any bourbon this year, so kind of put a damper on things, but still we're able to find some decent bottles. I am going to put down a box here to kind of block these rolly guys here. I got this one here a while ago, this Crown Royal Blackberry, one of the PCs at the LC. It was on sale, convinced me that it was probably a good idea to buy it, and so I don't know, kind of sometimes a sucker for stupid things, but he said it was really good if you mixed it with like lemonade. So I don't know, maybe we'll try it someday. We'll see. This was given to me by one of my subscribers. Spice Box. Still haven't gotten into it, but still haven't gotten into a lot of things. So I've been looking forward to trying this one though. So, and this one here replaced the triple barrel. It's now got an age statement to it. Before, the old one had a green label on it. I think I still have a few of those left. When they were announcing that they were canceling it, I thought, well, I'm going to go and buy one just for the fun of it. I think I got 2 or 3, and I gave a few of them away. I gave one to my dad and brother and somebody else. I think I might have 1 or 2 left. But they were just blowing them out just to get rid of them. I think they were like $10. So I said, my little brother Toddy gave me this one here. It's the JP's Wisers. This is when it came out. Just a basic, the deluxe, but it's got a cool hockey thing to it. Same with this one here. This is the 10-year-old. Same as that one right there, but this has just got the hockey stuff on it. Came out for Stanley Cup this year, and Canada still didn't win it. Idiots. This one here, this is Japanese Oak. They came out a couple years ago. It's a 13-year-old. There was a set of 3. We were only able to get 2 of them here in Winnipeg, and the other one, this is Japanese Oak. There's the Walnut. I think the other one was, oh God, I don't know, Chestnut or something like that, or Hazelnut or whatever. We couldn't get that one. So 2 of 3 ain't bad, I suppose. There's another lot 40. These are just amazing. This is the number 1 release when they did it. This is the peated quarter cask. Triple nickel on the ABV. So pretty cool. I might have to have not so many on here because I can't stack them, because they don't come in boxes. This is just a regular lot 40. It's 100% rye, but this is really, really good. And my buddy Joel, we were all talking one day, and I saw on these guys' video, they're really good guys out of Vancouver Island called Trenny and C. And they said that they were talking to Dr. Don Livermore, who makes Lot 40, all the Wiser stuff, Pikes Creek and everything like that. But they were talking about how much they missed Legacy, and because Legacy was really good. So he said, oh, if you want to make Legacy, it's like 2 parts Wiser's 18, 1 part Lot 40. So I was like, what? And I said, yeah, we got that right from the horse's mouth on their video. So I contacted my buddy Joel, who's in our whiskey club, and he's a professional bartender, and I told him about this. Well, he went out and there was myself, Rob, and Joel. We all went out and bought a bottle of each, split it between the 3 of us, and Joel made all of us, the 3 of us, a bottle each of Legacy. And holy cow, is it ever good. Is it really good? There's not much of it left in the bottle. I think it's like almost done. So Joel and I were talking the other day about getting another batch going, so I might end up doing that. This is a tall grass whiskey here from Winnipeg. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff. It's 40%. Got it when we were out there one time at one of our whiskey club meets that we sometimes go there, or Patton 5 is where we end up. And yeah, so I picked up a bottle of that. We sampled it there, and it's pretty good. This is Glenavon, or whatever. They were blowing this out in Winnipeg. The bottle is actually quite heavy. It's 43%? And this bottle's got some heft to it. But it's a double-barreled Canadian rye whiskey. So, yeah, never had it before, but the price they were asking for it, I think it was like, I don't know, $22, $23 for it, maybe less than that. It could have been less than that. So I thought, oh, hell with it, I'll try it out and see what it's like. This is a Lot 40. This is a double barrel. They were blowing this one out too because they had a different label on it, so they had to get rid of the old labels. So this is on sale, so I thought, well, I'll buy that. I heard it's supposed to be pretty good. I've never had it. I've had quite a bit of different Lot 40 Creeks. I don't think I've had that one. This I got a while ago, quite a few years ago. The gingerbread spiced whiskey. Thought I'd give that a try. Just never got around to opening it or anything like that. But we'll open it up, see what we think of it. Ray and I might try some of it. My son and I might try some. This is a screw cap, so I really don't need to lay that down. Same with this one here. This is a screw cap. Why am I laying that down? All right. And this is a screw cap. I don't know why I'm laying... Well, yeah, I don't know why I'm laying that down. I don't need to lie that down either. I've got some lying down, though, just to kind of protect the roll-offs here. So I'll put this one down here. Keep this one up. And let me put this one up. And this one up. That'll create some more real estate here for us. There we go. That is better. Good. All right. Dan and I, my buddy Dan and I, we did a booze cruise out to Calgary a couple years ago, and went through a lot of different places. One of them was Eau Claire Market. I've got a bottle of their number 2 whiskey over there that we got into one night. It's very Scotch-like. It's very, very good. But I tried this one here, and it was really good. I really liked it. It was great just to sip on, but I know you can mix it, but I don't do a lot of mixing. I really just kind of like just enjoying the taste of it. But so I got it, and it's Rupert's whiskey, but it's the limited edition Calgary Flames on it. And Calgary Flames is kind of my team. I like the Flames. Not a huge fan of our Winnipeg Jets. They were good when they were in the WHA, when Joe Daly was playing with them. When he was the goalie, he was really good. He was a stand-up goalie. You can always trust him. Connor Hellebuck, can't trust him. Can't trust him at all. And any kind of clinch play that really means something. It's kind of like Roberto Luongo. I don't know how that idiot got into the Hockey Hall of Fame because he did jack shit. He lost the Stanley Cup to Boston Bruins when he was with Vancouver Canucks because all he needed to do was win one game, and then he went and lost 4 in a row. Because you can't trust him in any kind of playoff position. He just about lost the Canada Cup for us. Thank God we had Marty Brodeur. He came in and saved the day, him and Curtis Joseph. And this Connor Hellebuck, good goalie during the regular season, but absolute shit show in the playoffs. Just can't trust him. But, so yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Jets. But when I was living in Calgary, when I was flying out of Calgary there, I was flying corporate planes out of Calgary for a while. Kind of really got into the Calgary Flames, and we already kind of really got into the whole, just that whole fun of being on cheering for the Flames. And I remember we were at this one little pub, we're watching it against Tampa Bay Lightning. In my opinion, and in my view, Tampa Bay Lightning did not win that Stanley Cup that year. It was the Calgary Flames because they scored that goal. It was clearly across the line. Don Cherry went back and looked at it, and it was like way across the line. But that cowardly piece of shit, Kerry Fraser, referee, probably bought and paid for by Gary Bettman, said, no, we're not going upstairs to look at it, even though the Flames said, no, we want to look at it. He refused to do it. Carried on with it. They lost the game and then lost it in Calgary, and they got the cup. But that puck was clearly across the line, and we would have won it in Tampa. But Kerry Fraser is just an absolute corrupt piece of shit. Do not like him at all. He is just a terrible referee. So not a big fan of Kerry Fraser because he ruined the Stanley Cup in his cowardly ways of not going upstairs because he was, wanted to give it to Tampa. And Gary Bettman's an absolute little weasel of a shithead and just absolutely destroyed our Canadian game. That's neither here nor there. But I do like Calgary Flames, and that's why I ended up getting the Calgary Flames bottle. This was on Last Chance as well. I've had this before. It's Dylan's Rye. It's really spicy. It's actually quite good. But they were blowing this guy out here for next to nothing, so I thought, well, I'll pick up a bottle of that for shits and giggles. This here, I can't get this anymore, but it's Crown Royal Limited Edition. I have had this in the past, and it is actually quite good. I think we had that at our Whisky Club event, or did we have it somewhere else? Pretty sure it was Whisky Club. This Bareface is good. We did have this at one of our events, and it's good. Yeah, this is their first batch, I guess, for their Wilderness series. Don't have any of the other series, just because we can't really get them here in Winnipeg. So, but yeah, that was good. This I made a trade for with a good buddy of mine out in Toronto. I sent him Wheatfield Gold, and he sent me a red letter. And I have not opened this one yet. And this was red letter from, I don't know, 4 years ago maybe. But it looks really good. And this one here, it's a red cask. It's not a bad little starter and everything. It was really, from Gretzky, it was really kind of our surprise when Dan and I were drinking, doing some drinks and stuff one night. And my wife and son got me the little bottle of it. And it came with a little hockey puck and a glass and everything like that. And so we opened up a whole bunch of whiskeys and went from lowest to highest. And Gretzky, the red cask, was the lowest. And we kind of went up from there. And that was kind of a real surprise of the night. Like, we weren't really thinking very much of it, but we were actually quite surprised on how decent it is. Some people don't like it at all, but I kind of like it. And then it came on sale, so I bought another bottle just because it's kind of fun. I had this at my mom and dad's. My dad had a bottle, or a little toddy had a bottle there. This is a new Crown Royal 12-year-old. There we go. Haven't. No, wait, I did have this, but I got this on sale. Just haven't opened mine yet, but I've had the offsite. But apparently, this has won some sort of an award. So, but it's pretty decent actually. 42% rifle rye. The label looks like, but it's actually not a bad whiskey at all. And this is this is the double oaked. I'm not sure if I've tried this or not. I know they got a different label to it, so they were kind of getting rid of these ones. So I thought, well, I'll try it out on sale. Couldn't hurt. But I don't know if I've tried that one or not yet. With somebody else, not 100% sure. This is really good. I've had this before. This is the Pikes Creek with the rum cask. This is really actually quite nice. But anything I've ever had that Don Livermore has made with Wisers, like with I haven't had the red letter yet, but I've had a lot of the Wisers. I've had lots of the Pike Creek. We got the 21 and 22-year-old in here. We got the rum cask edition. We've tried a lot of other different variations of it. We did have these ones here, the Black Oak and the Japanese. We've had those at our Whisky Club events. Those have all been really good. So he definitely knows what he's doing. He's very, very good at his job. This is a peated Darash Barrique from Macaloni's. These usually come out for spirit release, so we don't get we don't have like instant access to them, but we can get them in Calgary quite often. They're easy to get, or we can just order them directly from the distillery. But our my good buddy Rob, he has access to a lot of these really cool bottles. He's in our Whisky Club, and he has access to some of these things that probably may or may not even see the light of day at a liquor store. So he's able to get some of those for us as well. So that's pretty cool. And this is the Prince Dougal's Dram. I don't know how hard this one is to get anymore, but at the time I heard it was pretty tough to get because they stopped making it. But I don't know if they're remaking it now or not. But we had this at our Whisky Club meeting, and I won an actual sample of it. I drew a sample of it. Will does all these questions and stuff like that before our meetings, like a week or 10 days before the meeting kind of thing. And he has these trivia questions that are really, really cool. And so I answered one and it was correct. And I won a little sample of it, so I don't have to open this bottle quite yet. But I did try it at our meeting, and it's really good. So these ones here, we got 3 bottles of Caribou Crossing. This is the regular one. I've gone through a couple of these bottles. These are so freaking good. Like really, really good. So I had the absolute pleasure and privilege of being able to pour last year at our whiskey fest. They come in a little blue bag like this, and this is what the bottle looks like here. And it's got a little caribou on it. So, and it's single barrel, so each one is going to taste a little different. They make it once a year in the fall. They have access to over 200,000 barrels, and they pick the best of the best. They distill it here in Canada, and then they send it down to the States, down to where Blanton's is made from, or bottled, and you can kind of see the similarity there between the two of them. And then they bottle it and they send it back up to Canada. This is very hard to find in Canada. They only, like I said, they only make it once a year. They make a limited release on these things. It's super, super cool. But we have a very good company here that my cousin actually works for, that I got a chance to pour for this, called Dandaran. And Dandaran is a very, 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 very good company. They are a whiskey brand company that brings in and represents a whole bunch of different types of whiskeys. And yeah, I got to pour for them last year. It was absolutely amazing. I had the best time, worked with the best people. And this stuff is really nice, like really nice. It hits way, way, way above its ABV, which is only 40%. But you can sit here and drink the stuff all day long. But it is so freaking good. Really good. And like I said, it's really hard to find anywhere in Canada, but in Winnipeg we have access to it because of the access we have to the Dandaran Company. Two things about this. Maybe three. They have two different toppers. They have the Caribou, and then they have a Maple Leaf. Maple Leaf is super freaking lame. So when you buy a bottle of this, open the box up and make sure you have the Caribou on it. This is the one you want. Don't get the Maple Leaf. It looks dumb. But what my 2 cents is, Blanton's has it right. It's a Kentucky Derby, and it spells Blanton's, and people collect them, right? This is the S. And the little horse runs the Derby. Very collectible, very cool. Whiskey people are idiots. We like stuff. We like this kind of stuff a lot. And we'll buy it, and we collect it. This has only got... He just stands there. I lived in the Arctic for many, many, many years, and I've seen thousands of these caribou. I've seen 100,000 caribou on migration. I've seen 10,000 caribou on migration. I've seen them wandering around through town. I've seen them going down through rivers. What they should do is spell caribou right where on the back foot, kind of like how Blanton's does it. Be a good spot for it. Spell caribou and have it migrate. People are going to buy all the bottles as the caribou's migrating through the north and through the Arctic. They're going to buy all the different characters and figures to spell caribou. So you're going to sell a lot more bottles than just the one. Because, a lot of people are like, well, I just need the one bottle, because you just need the one bottle of Blanton's too. And it's just as hard to find in Canada and anywhere else abroad as it is Blanton's. This is a very hard bottle to find, except for in Winnipeg. Blanton's is a very hard bottle to find, except for Spirit Release in Winnipeg, because we have Dandaran. They're great. They look after us. So, people will collect this stuff. Like, all of us morons in the whiskey club that have Blanton's are spelling Blanton's. We need those bottles, and yet we have very good access to those bottles in Winnipeg because of Dandaran during Whiskey Fest. This is a Canadian bottle. We have access to this all the time in Winnipeg, but not many places in Canada have access to it. This sometimes is like an allocation bottle in many places in Canada and in the States. So if you spelled caribou and the caribou moved through migration, people are going to buy every single one of those to be able to spell caribou. I guarantee it. Because as it goes right back to what I was saying, us whiskey people are idiots. We will buy extra bottles of stuff because A, we like it, and B, it's cool and collectible. So, and it won't cost very much extra because to do those little figures. So, I don't know, I think they should just do it. I think it'd be a great idea. But when you do go buy it, you got your little bottle like that, open it up, you look, there's the caribou. That's what you want to look for. It's got a Canadian flag. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Canada, and I love, I'm a big, proud Canadian, but the flag, look, it's just a maple leaf. It looks stupid. This is way better. Caribou Crossing. And look at the box. I mean, that's cool. Northern Lights. I've seen Northern Lights, like, look how it shines off the light. It looks like Northern Lights. I've seen Northern Lights like crazy up north. I tell campfire stories and write books about the coolness that I've seen up in the Arctic with the Northern Lights. Way better than what we have down here in Winnipeg and anywhere else. The Arctic is just a special place with the Northern Lights. But that's kind of what they look like. They're standing around the Arctic up there. I mean, man, how cool would that be to do a full-on migration of the caribou? Now, these two here are the same, right? but they're not. They are, but they're not. These are all single barrel, so each one's going to taste a little different because it's a single barrel, right? So these are going to taste a little different as well because they're single barrel. But these came out for our spirit release this year. You can hear something jingling in. I'm just going to open up the one because the other one looks exactly the same. But we had two different releases for this one, and these were store pick releases. I think it was 848 and 917. So both had a little different tasting profile, but each and every other Caribou Crossing is going to have a different tasting profile anyway because they are all single barrel. So just because you bought one doesn't mean it's going to taste. It's going to have very similar taste, but they're going to have a little different. So it's best that you buy more of them because you're going to get a little different experience of them, and they're really cool, and people think they're awesome, and they look great on your shelf. They're top shelf whiskey. I mean, it looks super, super, super cool. So when you run out, just go get another one and do yourself a favor because these are really tasty and they're really good and people will like them, and it looks really cool with the Caribou. But this one here comes with a little charm. See, because these are store picks. So somebody from MLCC and probably one of the people from Dandaran, hope anyway, because they know what they're doing and they would know what tastes good. They would go down and help them out, sort out, find some good barrels. They pick them for a spirit release, and then they put this little medallion around it, and that's what we got there. So I got one bottle of each as well. So I'm going to be doing side-by-side tastings of them eventually and seeing what each one tastes like and if there is a big difference between them. I've had quite a few different bottles of Caribou Crossing, and I love them all. I'm a big supporter of Caribou Crossing. I've had some of my wedding couples come over to my house and do tastings of whiskeys and wines for their wedding, and if the whiskey or wine or vodka or gin or whatever, that spirit is available at the LC, they can go and buy that, and then they have it at their wedding to offer to their guests. So I do that all the time to all of my couples. Every one of them, they have access to come and do that, and quite a few actually do take me up on that offer, and it's just another cool way to just kind of hang out and have some fun together. But I have seen a few bottles of Caribou Crossing at weddings from my couples that have come over and tried Caribou Crossing, because it's like $100 here, right? So they're like, I don't know if I want to spend $100 on something that may or may not like. Come over to my place, let's try it out. So they try it out and they're like, holy crap, this is really good. And I'm like, I know it's really good. And you get a super cool bottle, and you get to keep the top, and you got a marble bag at the end. And they're like, that's sold. Easy sell on these things. I think there's probably been 8 or 9, maybe 10 weddings this year that my couples had Caribou Crossing and had other whiskeys that I noticed at weddings that tasted those very specific bottles at my house. So that was really cool to see. And I'll help them with wine pairings and wine tastings. Like I've been to, some weddings, and I say, "Oh, hey, how's the food? How's everything?" Food was good, but it tasted different when we did our initial tasting. And I'm like, "Well, what wine did you do? What wine did you choose?" And then they would tell me, because they would like, this could be some of the bridesmaids or whatever, or groomsmen, and they're like, "Oh man, you paired the wrong wine. Like, you don't pair wine with that kind of food." So for my couples, they come over and we go through my wine cellar and they pick out some wines and we sit around and try them. Pick out some whiskeys or vodkas or gins or tequilas. They try them. And like I said, if it's available at the LC, they can have it at their wedding. And it's really cool when they do that. And when I go to their wedding and I see the stuff that they've actually chosen, I love it. I think it's really cool. And it's just a service that I offer. It costs them nothing. Just come on over, help yourself, let's try things out, let's make your wedding awesome, your event awesome. and come and try some of the booze. So anyway, that is part one of, I don't know, 3 maybe, from shelf number 3. It's Canadians. So we're going to get these put away, put them probably over in the rec room, put them up on the table, and then we'll bring out some more junk. So stay tuned for that. I'll be right back. All right, we are back. I think that this is most of the Canadian, but I know there's still lots more. There's more on other shelves, and probably more in, yeah, I see more. But they're on the bottom kind of overflow shelf, so let's just kind of do these ones here. So this is the Wheatfield Gold, which is awesome. This one here is not signed by Dr. Don. This you can't get anymore. They only made like 5,000 bottles. Lasted longer than I thought it would. Holy man, it is a very, very, very good bottle. So I ended up buying 3 or 4 more bottles before it was already gone. So that was pretty smart of me. Pretty happy with that. And we opened up a bottle on our Canadian night, and they were like, Tiana was like, "Are you sure you want to open one? Because I really want to try it again. But are you sure you want to open it? Can't get them." And I'm like, "Of course I want to open it. Even if I had only one left, that's what it's here for. Is to share and enjoy with my friends." So we ended up doing that. So I got a bottle of Wheatfield Gold sitting over there in the lounge I can have anytime now. But I do have 1 or 2 bottles that aren't cracked. So those are nice ones for long-term hanging on to. This is 7 Rebels. This was kind of like a Wheatfield Gold in the fact that you can only get it in Manitoba. This one you can only get in BC. This is really good. Tried a sample of it. We had our barbecue, and I brought mine out to try, but Will had brought his, and he had already had his open. So we tried it. Oh my God, is it ever good. So my mom and dad got me a bottle, and my little brother Kurt got me a bottle. So I've got 2 of them here. Oh my God, is this 7 Rebels really good? Seriously good. And this is the Weiser's 18-year-old. And have any more kind of square guys hanging around there? I don't think so. I think they're on overflow. Anyway, all right. So let's do some of let's do a couple round ones, and if we got to place those big guys down to block it. This is another Bareface. This is just their basic triple oak. This is good. I've tried this one. This is really quite nice. I do enjoy that. And this one here is actually really good too, the Signal Hill. And you can see there, Valknut, very Viking, very cool. But it's from out east, I believe in Newfoundland, and that's where the Vikings first made land in Canada. So it's really, really cool that they did that. Super impressed. This is a Shelter Point here. This is a single cask grain whiskey, and it is 58.2%. Came out for spirit release quite a few years ago. Just haven't gotten around to open it yet. Got some open ones in here that are very, very good. So yeah, and I used to live out where Shelter Point is when I was on the island. Here's another one here. It's the single malt cask. This one's 46%. But I lived in, I started off in Nanaimo, and then I moved up to Courtenay, and then I moved between Courtenay and Campbell River, and that's kind of where Shelter Point is. And yeah, it's such good stuff, and you could really taste the Pacific Ocean in it. This is a stock and barrel. This came out for spirit release, and I think they put this one on sale because I think they only had 1 bottle left, and they just wanted to get rid of it, so I picked it up. This is just the basic Canada Club 20 that came out every year for Whiskey Fest. Not spirit release, but Whiskey Fest. I've had this before with a few friends when I was over at their place, and they had a bottle of it, so we tried it out. It's actually not too bad, and really good price. I think it's like $60 or $58 or something like that when I got this one for a 20-year-old. That's pretty darn good. This here is the Crown Royal Reserve. not 100% sure if I've had this one or not. I may have. I've had so many different Crown Royals. And the ones I've had have all been really, really quite good. I haven't had a deluxe in years and years and years, but the specialty ones I've had are really good. The XO is very good. And the single malt is also really, really, really nice. Like, really good. The XO, it's a cognac cask. So smooth. And so good. And my buddy Joel, he had something to do with Crown Royal back in the day. And he had a little sample of the Crown Royal hand-selected barrel. Never even heard of it before. Let me try it. Oh my God, is it ever good. Can't get it here in Canada. We live literally 45 minutes from the goddamn distillery, and we can't get the good stuff, but the Americans can get all the good stuff. So my sister-in-law was down in Florida, who lives in Florida. She brings me a lot of cigars and whiskeys and stuff like that. She went to Total Wine down there in Fort Lauderdale, and she picked me up a bottle of the hand-selected barrel that was made just for that particular liquor store. So you can't get it anywhere else, but for this particular bottle, then Total Wine in Fort Lauderdale. And that's what the bottle looks like here. This is so good, so good. And it was like $50, like so cheap. And I don't know why we can't get it here. Like, just across the border at Happy Harry's, they got bottles of this for Happy Harry's. Like, the Happy Harry's, the liquor store down there, they made their own cask. They bought their own barrel and was made for them. Like, they can get that. But we live literally 45 minutes from the distillery, and we can't get this at all. And this is really nice stuff. Like, it's very good. And it's a shame that we can't get it here, because this stuff would sell out like crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, nice, really nice bottle. Been kind of saving some of these Crown Royals because Joel is saying he wants to do a Crown Royal night of some sort. So I don't know. We'll see if that happens or not. It'd be cool if it did. This is the Crown Royal 18. I got this when it was cheap. And it wasn't really cheap, but it was way cheaper than it is now. I think it was like $170 or 160, I think. And now it's over 200. Here in Winnipeg, anyway. I don't know about other places. That's the bottle there. 18-year-old. It's actually got a stopper in it, a cork. And this is the bag that it comes in here. And like, we can't get bags here. We only for like the higher end stuff. So the XO has a bag, the single malt had a bag, 18 has a bag. And as far as I know, that is it that we can get here that has bags. And the rest of them, I mean, you can get Crown Royal Deluxe in the States, just the cheap bottom shelf whiskey here in Canada. But Americans get a bag, which is so cool that they get that, but we don't get the bag. I don't know why Canadians get screwed out of getting a cool Crown Royal bag, but we don't get one. But you do get a bag in this one here. This came out for Spirit Release. This is the Winter Wheat. This is good. This won Whiskey of the Year. Like in moron, I only bought one bottle. I should have bought 10. My buddy Dan was smarter than me, because he bought 2. So we opened up one and tried it. Holy crap, is this ever good. Like, this is, oh Jesus, this is so good. So I haven't opened mine. I don't know if I'm waiting for a special moment or whatever, because I'll never find this again. This particular bottle here anyway. I don't know, I'm sure they made Winter Wheat other times, but this one here was made in that particular year, and it turned out really good. I should have bought more bottles, and it was super cheap. It was only $80, and like an idiot, I only got one bottle. I don't know why. Should have got more. I was probably thinking, it's just Crown Royal. How good can they get? Oh my God, this is really good. Like, this is really good. It's probably one of the best Crown Royals I've ever had. Like, really, really, really nice. I mean, this is really good too, but this is, wow, that is really good. That's from their Noble collection. This is their Alberta Premium Whiskey, and I think I've got the number 2 and the number 3, and maybe the number 4 release. For sure 2 and 3. But this is the cask strength stuff. Number 1 won Whiskey of the Year, but it was impossible to find here in Canada, so never did get a bottle of that. Did try it though at our Whiskey Club meeting, and we had a bottle there, and it was really good. 63.7, the other one was 63.5. They all look the same. So, but the one that I did try was very, very nice, like really, really nice. And then, it was good. It was really good. Let's see here. This here, I don't know if it's pronounced Gooderham in Worts or Goodrum in Worts. Dr. Don Livermore makes this. I'll have to ask him next time I see him. But this is really nice. I know they had a different one, like something Souls, 11 Souls. Never could get that here, but I heard that one was supposed to be pretty good too. And what is this? Oh, this. I got to pour this at Whiskey Fest last year. It's Collingwood. I've sold a few bottles of this to my wedding couples. They had it at their weddings. And then a buddy of mine, he owns a restaurant, and he was asking me what would go in an old fashioned. So I said, well, this probably would work really good. So he tried it, and now in his restaurant, this is a permanent fixture in his restaurant, and he'll always have this. So that's really kind of cool to know. My buddy Chris. So really, really, really cool. And it's really nice. It's really nice. If you haven't tried it before, I'd definitely get a bottle. They're not crazy expensive at all, but they're very, very good, and they hit way above their price point. This is 40 Creek. This is Victory. This is one of their bottles they would bring out for spirit release, and for their limited runs and stuff like that. And I don't know if I've ever tried the Victory before. I might have, but I'm not 100% sure. But I have had their Master Cut, which is very nice. And it's a cask strength. And I have had their Confederation Oak, which we can get here anytime. This is really good. And I have had their Art of the Blend. And I've got a couple other bottles. It's called Resolve. And that was when I bought that Whiskey Fest box that had a 40 Creek in it. It had the Confederation Oak, and it had a bottle of Resolve in it. That Resolve was amazing, like really good. And I think they had like 3 bottles left in Manitoba. So Dan and I booze cruised it out, like about a 3-hour drive, maybe 2.5-hour drive to this little town, and bought the last 3 bottles. So I got 2 and he got 1. And the Resolve was really good. Really, really nice stuff. This is Dr. Don made these. These are the NHL alumni. I hope he continues with these because they're really cool. They're super collectible. A lot of people get these things signed at like meet and greets and stuff. I don't have any of mine signed because some of these ones that you pay for are super expensive to get them signed. But each one of these has like a little Easter egg in it. So this is Wendell Clark, and I'm just kind of making stuff up out of my head, but say number 11-year-old, that might be his hockey number, you know. Let's see here. You see it's 2018, 2019. Let's see what else would be in there. Like 100% rye, so it's spicy. That may have been the way he played hockey, you know, that kind of stuff. So, so there's little things like that in it. This is Daryl Sittler here, right? This is a 10-year-old. Like, he may have scored like 10 points in a game. 4 grain, he may have scored, I think he scored 4 goals in like a few minutes or whatever. I think it's still a record. Well-rounded the way he played and stuff like that. So he made a lot of these bottles. The only 2 that I don't have from the set, and I know I'll never find them again. I mean, I know I'll never see them, so I'm not even looking for them. The only one that may possibly be attainable without spending, $1,000, $2,000 is the Marc Messier. So it's the Messier and the Lafleur that I'm missing. The Fleur, I think the Lafleur goes for like $1,000 on the secondary market. Signed, it goes for crazy money. But a lot of these guys I had in my airplane. I should, but this is after the fact that I stopped flying. These things came out. This is Lanny McDonald, and like I said, yeah, they got all these little Easter eggs to them. So really, really cool bottles. I've had a few examples of these, not obviously of these bottles that haven't been opened yet, but little Toddy, my little brother, is a big hockey fanatic, and he bought all these bottles. And when I was out at his place, we were sampling these things, and these are very, very good. Yvonne Coignier. Like I said, I've met every single one of these guys here. Had them all on my airplane at some point, or I'd meet them at Legends games or whatever. I'm not sure. There's one guy I may not have met. I'm not sure. Paul's a good guy. He's a really nice guy. Did I? Dave Keon I've met quite a few times. Really good guy. Dave's a really, really, really good guy. Let's see here. I don't remember if I met him or not. Anyway, Marty Brodeur. And I thought they were going to put like I heard they were going to make a Goldie series, and I thought that would be really cool. But I think this is the last bottle they made of the alumni series, and they haven't made any since. So it's kind of too bad. But so hopefully they continue with that, because it's really, really cool. And if you're a hockey guy like I am, and my little brother is, and a lot of good Canadians are, these are cool bottles to have and collect and drink and enjoy, and sometimes you want to get them signed. They're big sellers. So anyway, that is that for this video. Just for this portion of the video, because there's still more stuff on the third shelf. What we got? We have some Campbell and some Campbelltown, it looks like. So we're gonna go get Campbell off the shelf. We're gonna get Campbelltown stuff off the shelf, and then I think that'll be it. I think that should clear the shelf off, and then we can go to shelf 4. So stay tuned. We're still going on this video. I'll be right back. It's gonna put the stuff away. All right, we are back. So we've got some Campbelltown. We have a Danish whiskey. We got some Swedish whiskey. So we got some Viking whiskeys here, and then we have the Campbell. So you may want to take pictures of these bottles because they're beautiful and they're awesome, and you might want to even blow some up and put them up on your wall as like a nice piece of art, because I would too, because they're just awesome. And let me see here. Give me 1 sec. All right, we are back. So I thought I would show these to you. These ones here have been opened. Awesome Vino Barrique. Holy crap, is this ever good? And the ex-bourbon cask. Very, very good. Had friends over a couple days ago. Got back into these guys, and I put this in it, my private preserve. So I argoned it, but I did not put the electrician's tape back around. So I thought I would show you. I did in the last video, but if you haven't been to this video yet, because my Patreon people would probably have seen it. Maybe, I hope. But if you haven't on YouTube, whenever we do this, because this was out on Patreon first. To my subscribers to Patreon, I like to do a little extra stuff for them, and they get to see cool stuff first. And sometimes they're only Patreon stuff, but if you haven't seen the last video, this is what I like to do to my whiskeys when they get around, I don't know, like around the halfway mark, or just close to it, or if I like to kind of see where they're at, and they've opened up enough and I don't want them to keep oxidizing, then I'll stop it. So the way I do that is, let's start with the Vinho Barrique. So this is Campbell. Feel free to take pictures, screenshot this stuff. This is awesome. Such a beautiful whiskey. World Whiskey Awards. They've won so many different awards. This is the soloist, so you can see it's 58.6%. The Vinho Barrique. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful, beautiful presentation. Nice thick box. Campbell right out of Taiwan. And then you open it up and look at that. It even has its own scroll. So, such a absolutely just beautiful. Just all I can say is just beautiful. And this Vinho Barrique is something else. Like this is such a treat. Before we get into this thing, I'll show you let's get a Campbell out here. That is when it's not a soloist. I'll show you a couple things. Well, I'll show you one difference. So this is awesome Campbell, single malt, and you can see here on the back, right here, when it was distilled. So that is the distilling date. That is the bottling date. So what's that? January, February, March, April, May, June, July 13th, 2023 is when this was put in the bottle. So this one here, and you can only do this in Campbell for the soloist. So back here you can see this is when this one here was put in the bottle. April 22nd, 2024. And there's never really any age statement on these things. They do now have one that they're age stating. But if you have a soloist, you can tell when it's been age stated or when it was distilled. So right here, you got W for wine. 16 is 2016. 09 is September. And 06 is the day. So September 6th of 2016 in the Vinho Barrique wine barrique is when this was distilled. There's this number 94 of 143 bottles, and then this is when it was bottled. So in this case, you can tell how old this particular bottle is. This one here, there's nothing on it like that. Like only the soloists have that, but you can see when it was bottled. So let me show you what I do to preserve my whiskey. I started doing this with wine years and years and years ago, long before I discovered private preserve. But this is really good stuff. Like this is awesome. I use this on all my wine bottles, whiskey, rum, whatever. It's an argon gas, and it shoots out all the oxygen because it's heavier than oxygen, so it disperses the oxygen and it preserves your booze, so it doesn't over-oxidate on you. So, and when you get it in the mail, I'll put a link to where you can get it. And if you buy it from there and you use that link, it actually helps the channel out too. It's just an Amazon link, but it really does help the channel out. And then I can buy more stuff and give some stuff away. Maybe if I make enough cash on the private preserve, people buying it, maybe I'll give away a couple bottles of private preserve. This is really good. But what you'll go like, hey, this is empty. Like, there's nothing in it. Don't throw it out, because that's the way it comes. It's supposed to feel super light. It's argon. So, like when you get it, don't be surprised that it's like super light. It doesn't feel like there's anything in it. That's totally 100% full. So what I do is I open it up like this, but I keep the cork really close like that, Because if you have it open and you're just pouring it in, it's just going to leak out, right? So you put it in like this, and you still have enough that you can push it out, and the air will come through this little tiny opening that you got. I give it 3 good shots like that, and then cork it back up. Oxygen's completely gone. But to even seal the deal even better, take just plain old ordinary electrician's tape, and I put it around the bottle cork like that, just as simple as that. Now that is 1000% airtight. There is no oxygen going to be able to seep out or get in. Like, this is 100% airtight. So just with those 3 quick little squirts, oxygen is completely gone now. It's all argon that's sitting on top of here. This is not going to oxidize on us anymore, and it's not going to be able to escape through maybe a loose cork or just the cork in general. So that's what I've been doing for years and years and years. I've been doing it for, like, before I got into whiskey, I was doing this for my rum, my cognacs, all my wines. If I didn't drink up all the wine already, I just put the cork back in, put the private preserve in it, and then wrap the electrician tape around it, and it's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. This works. I've been using argon gas now. Oh God, I got into wine when I was 18. So probably I've been using argon gas in my wines now for about 30 years, and it works every time. It works really, really, really great. So anyway, this is awesome Campbell Vino Barrique. I don't really have to lay it down, because whenever I take a sample out of it, I always give it a little turn like that just to give it a wet. But with all these ones in here that are open and the ones in the lounge, we're just gonna tip it over like that anyway. They see a lot of, I wouldn't say they see a ton of action, but they get obviously used more than the ones that haven't been opened. So that is one of them. I don't have to put that on its side anymore. And this here is another Soloist, and this is the ex-bourbon. And oh my God, is this ever good? It's 53.2%. Look at all the awards this thing has won. Beautiful, beautiful little cask. Opens up like that. Has its own little scroll on it as well. And this is what this one looks like. Just absolutely beautiful. So much flavors on it. It's number 90 of 164. You can see the B for bourbon. 2015. What's that? July 16th. July 16th. And then this is when it was put into the bottle. So August 6th of 2022. 53.2% ABV. So tells you a lot on these labels here with Campbell. And the guys that bring the stuff into North America, especially Canada, I'm not sure if Larry's doing that in the US anymore or not, but no, for sure he does in Canada. It's called Truth Malters. They are freaking awesome. They are bringing in such good stuff. It's crazy. And they are high class all the way. When they do gatherings and looking after the people that buy from them, they are awesome. Like, it is like 100% high class. So let's do this again here. So we got you can see here, I'll zoom it in a little bit here. You can see it maybe a little bit better. And keep an eye on the whiskey there. You'll see the argon going. So it's like you can't hear anything. It feels empty, but it's not. And I think you get about 120 shots out of each bottle. And it's not very expensive. I think it's like $16 a bottle here in Canada. So I put it on just a little bit over there, so you can see here it's like just a little bit over top of the lid, just enough for the oxygen to get out, and you can see the whiskey moving around in there. Reseal it. There's no oxygen left in there whatsoever. And then I take the electrician's tape and just wrap it around like that. And there you go. It's looked after. There is no oxygen going to be able to get in or out of there. The argon is completely in there, and this will not oxidize on you any further. But I always put the argon gas in there anyway. So this has already had argon gas in it, but I didn't have the tape around. I took it off already. I guess I just didn't put it back on. But it's just good way to show you guys what I do again anyway, in case you hadn't seen that or wanted to see it again. But it works. It really, 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 really works. Very, very, very good. All right, so that is those two open ones there that I've been enjoying with friends. Before we get into this awesome Campbell, let's just go through the stuff from Campbelltown. Oh, and we got one bourbon that snuck in. So this is a Four Roses bourbon. This is actually pretty good stuff. It was really cheap here in Winnipeg before the whole shutdown. But this is my second bottle of it, and it's pretty tasty stuff. So will that stay? No. Let's put it there. From Denmark. My family comes from Denmark on both sides. We're Andersons on my mom's side and Jensens on my father's side. And so big, proud Canadian, but also very proud Dane. But this is Stauning Danish whiskey, and it's Stauning smoke. Craft Cellars had these bottles, so I bought two because anything Denmark, you gotta support Denmark. We went through the first bottle like freaking crazy. It was almost a record-setting bottle. It was so good, like really, 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 really good whiskey. It was kind of semi-sweet at the very beginning when we opened it up. You can definitely taste all the botanicals from the terroir in Denmark there. But you had this beautiful, beautiful smoke. All the peat that they were able to get on the land there. Man, it was so good. But then when it opened up, oh my God, you could just fall over and name your first kid after the stuff. It was so good. I had my whiskey club come over. I think there was about half a bottle left because I got into it pretty good, from time to time. Sometimes that would be like my nightly dram, maybe once a week I might sit down in the lounge at night and have something, just for the sake of it. And that was one that I always went to because it was so good. But and then when I have friends over, I'd let them try it because it's something different that you don't get to see a lot, right? And they really enjoyed it. And then I had the whiskey club come over, and they were like, "What is that? Where'd you see that?" And the bottle looked really, really cool because, the bottle does look really, really cool. Very industrial looking kind of cool bottle, different artwork on it, just really cool, with the black and then this is all black, but this is see-through, and then you got the gold, and it just looked really, really, really cool. And so they were kind of drawn to that, and then they tried it because they've never even heard of it, much less seen it. And then they polished the bottle off that night. So happy that I have a second bottle because that was very, very good. I managed to put a 2-ounce dram bottle, maybe, I don't know if I did 2-ounce drams. For sure I did one, and I put that in the vault. So another time when I want to try one and don't want to open the bottle quite yet, but if I'm really jazzing up for one of those, then I have an extra little one there for me to enjoy. So we got these at, I think this was at Craft Cellars at the time. So this is my second bottle. This is Long Row Peated Campbelltown. I managed to get 2 bottles of the Long Row, and we went through one fairly quickly with my friends at the Whiskey Club, and brought it out for one of our. It was one of the extracurriculars. So a lot of us, like at our Whiskey Club meetings that we meet last Wednesday of the month, go to our awesome meetings, have a great time, but a lot of us bring these extracurricular bottles for other friends of ours to enjoy and try. So that was one of the ones that I brought, and it was very well enjoyed. And I think I just left the bottle there because I think there was just a little bit of a bottle heel left. So I just thought, to the person's house. I'm not sure where the hell we were, but anyway, I just left it there for them to have and enjoy, because a lot of times we'll do that anyway too, These ones here I got on auction. So except for, okay, let me see here. This one here, the 12-year-old, I got this at the same time as that long row. So this is a Kilkerran 12. So I got those two together. And then I was able to get another bottle of long row. But these ones here, these Kilkerrans, I got these on auction. I got them at Iron Gate auction. So this is the one I was telling you guys about that I'd won. And then I said, oh, wow, I'd really hope that you guys have those. Because that was my first auction. And then after the fact, I said, oh, man, it'd be really cool to get that Highland Park Valkyrie. And then he said, oh, you should show up for the next ones. And that's when he had that. And then I got that and the Leif Erikson. And then I went back in for my third one, and that's where I got all those art bags. So I've had three auction results with Iron Gate, and they're really good. And I got, man, you gotta be careful there because they have so many good bottles there, and it can get carried away very quickly. And there's a 17.5% buyer's premium on top of that, plus $60 in shipping. So it can add up very quickly if you don't pay attention. But I got these ones here. I got these Kilkerrans. You can see here that it's got Providence on the sticker there. This is the Kilkerran. It's a heavily peated. I was able to get 2 batch 5s. The other one's sitting in the lounge, and we've had that one open. You'll see it when we go to the lounge. I got 1 batch 6. And 1 batch 7 of the heavily peated. So that was my haul from my first time at Iron Gate. And then at the same time, I got the 12, I got a long row, 2 long rows of 12, and this one here at Craft Cellars. They're heavily peated. But this is batch number 9. So I don't have batch 8. But, so that's what I got. I got 2 5s, a 6, and a 7 at Iron Gate. Craft Cellars, I got 2 of the long row, 1 of the 12-year-old Kilkerran, and a heavily peated batch 9. That's where I got those from. And then, of course, the Stonic smoke at Craft Cellars as well. So these ones here are going to roll away on me. So what I'm going to do is I think these have been down long enough, so I'm just going to stand these bad boys up, make some room, because you're going to want to get your cameras out for these ones. These are the awesome bottles from Truth Malters and Cavalin and High Coast. So let's start with the Cavalin. This is the podium. Now, most whiskey people are suckers for good advertising. And I was watching my Trenny and C. Watch those guys all the time. They're super good, super awesome. If you haven't seen Trenny and C, go and look at them. They're great YouTubers right out of Vancouver Island. Super funny. I think they won Canadian whiskey YouTubers of the year one year or whatever. But they're really good, super knowledgeable, and just really entertaining. Far more entertaining than me. And they're just great guys. And but anyway, they were going on and on and on about this podium. And they totally sold me on the podium. So I've never even opened this one up yet. And I don't even know if I may have tried it at Whisky Club. But I don't know. I did. I did try this at Whisky Club when we went for the Manitoba Club for the Truth Malters. That's where I tried this. So it wasn't a Whisky Club, but it was kind of through a Whisky Club because a bunch of us were there. This is amazing. But I bought this because I watched Trenny and C. And they gave such a glowing review of this podium. I thought, well, God damn it, if they like it and we've got kind of the same tastes, I'm going to like it. So I ended up buying a bottle of that. And I can't wait to try it. So put that down. This one here, it's still in the original packaging, but this is Year of the Dragon. It comes with an extra little vial in there. I think it's a rum cast vial or something like that. But yeah, haven't opened it yet. I should probably get to it at one point. But I've got about 100 bottles open here at the house, and I'll open anything, but I don't like opening them by myself. I like to have company over to enjoy it and to enjoy that in the experience, and that becomes kind of the story of this bottle. And that's why I haven't opened a lot of these bottles yet. I mean, it's probably a good thing too, because you don't want to have all your bottles open because they'll eventually go bad on you, right? So, oh, wait, here it is. Heavily peated. Kilcairn batch. Oh, sorry, batch 7. 2 batch 7s, not 2 batch 5s. 2 batch 7s. So I got 1 5, 1 6, 2 7s, a 9, a 12, and yeah, and then the long rows. But anyway, so that's that. But you can see we've been into that, and I have argoned it and electrical taped it. So, so anyway, yeah. So that's the kind of story behind that. So I'll open bottles with friends, and if they want to open anything, of course we're going to open everything or anything they want. But I try to have, if I can, because I've got so many open now. But it's fun to try stuff. But if I can, I'll try. Especially if I've got friends that came over that haven't tried really any of the stuff that I have opened anyway, we'll just try that, and we'll try to deplete that down, and then 1 bottle down, 1 bottle open, 1 bottle down, 1 bottle open. That kind of keeps equilibrium, and then you don't have too many things open. Because I've heard of people, not drinking down the bottles, and they don't last very long, but they do last a long time with these argon gas. You never have a problem with the argon. But they end up throwing out their bottles, so I definitely do not want to do that. That would be terrible. But and I don't open stuff up on my own. I've got so many different bottles open right now. I can enjoy whatever I want. So I just do that when I want to have a drink, and I just have something that I've already got open. So I never open up anything on my own anyway. And I like sharing a cool experience with friends with a new bottle that maybe they've never had before, So that's kind of my thought process behind it. Different story, I guess, if I had like 20 or 30 bottles in total, then yeah, you probably want to have them all open and you just kind of doing whatever. But I've got so many different bottles here, and like I said, about 100 of them are open already. So why not just enjoy what you've got or already got opened, and then deplete that down, unless you've got the Whiskey Club over. That's a different story altogether, because they've had everything, so it's good to give them new experiences. This is the Campbell here. This is the Concert Master series. I had the port cask. That was great. That's been gone for a long time now. I got every one of these bottles, I believe, at BSW because it's so good prices there. But this is the sherry cask, and I've had this one here as well. Not this bottle, but I've had it before at other events from our whiskey club, because our good buddy James Burton is not only the president of our whiskey club, but he's also a brand ambassador to Truth Malters and Campbell. So we get pretty spoiled with James and Truth Malters and Larry and Alex and Bill and stuff like that, because they're all good Canadians. Larry lives over in Thailand, but Taiwan, but he totally looks after us, and Bill is just absolutely freaking amazing, and James is awesome. So we're able to try a lot of the really good stuff quite often. So like I said, we're very spoiled with Truth Malters and Campbell, and the reason why I have so many of these Campbell bottles is because they're so good. I've had the good fortune to be able to try them, every one of these bottles here, at our whiskey club meetings, including this awesome one here. We had this for a rum night at my place one time, and so yeah, they're so good, and I mean, they're so good. That's all I can say. Is they're absolutely amazing. Like, they are. God, Campbell is so good. They're like, I got a little series called Campbell, but like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all, gotta drink them all, collect them all. This is the single malt Campbell. Another really great bottle. This is the box that comes in. I'm going to be opening all of these at some point as we kind of move through them. I'm going to be reviewing them. I've got dram bottles that I'm putting aside, so once we go through all these ones, and I've got swag that Truth Malters has given me to give to you guys. So as we kind of move through them, we open a bottle, sample it, put sample bottle aside for you guys, and then some swag. And then once we go through all these guys here, eventually, then we're gonna put a really cool box together. I'm gonna send those out to you, to one or two of my lucky subscribers. Yeah. So this is another one. This is the Campbell Distillery Select number 2. Really, like, again, very nice bottle. These bottles are so cool. Like, even their starter whiskey bottles, which is the Concert Masters, a single malt. This one here is, but look how cool this bottle is. Like, it looks really great. I think it's the depicting one of their tallest buildings in Taiwan, I believe. That's what it is. But this has got some heft to it. Like, this is a heavy ass bottle. It would make a great like a these bottles will make a really great decanter too, eh? Like, they look good. They're heavy. They're sturdy. So definitely use these as a cool decanter. And the bottle is just really interesting looking. Like I said before, like Campbell, Truth Malters, they are high class. Not just like high class, but I mean high class all the way. Now we got 6 other bottles here of soloists. So how many we got in total? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 so far of Campbell. No, 13, 14, 15. Because I've got the Lan and we've got the King Car Conductor in the lounge. And we've gone through, so that's 15 or 16. And I've gone through like 3 other bottles of Campbell. So I've had in total almost 20 bottles of different Campbell's. They're really good. And there is another Campbell soloist. And this one here, you can see here, this is our team event one. So if you are lucky enough to be invited to join the Truth Malters team, Larry and Bill and Alex and James and all the rest of the gang there with Truth Malters, they've got a really kind of a cool hangout club. And they get these really cool select bottles that are only available to team members, and then they make them available to us. And it's really cool. And they're hand selected by Larry and Bill. So yeah, they're really good. It's really kind of a special thing. And this one here, this one's a really special one. It looks just normal to you, but if you look at the date, B for bourbon, 2015, 01 for January, 14 for the date, January 14th, 2015. Well, my birthday is January 14th. This is my birthday bottle. Like, that's crazy. And Larry and Bill and James, they got this to me. So they didn't sell it or anything. They held it for me, and I was able to secure this bottle. So this is cool. This is super special. And how I got it, and the people that were there, and the event that we were at, this bottle's got a great memory. That was a really great night that we were out at. We were at the Manitoba Club, tried all these awesome samples, really great meals, and we were over at Thomas Hines, had great Truth Malter cigars, and cigars from my good buddy Rob Schellenberg, who owns Thomas Hines in Winnipeg. It was just an absolutely fantastic night, and this is when I got this bottle, when I was able to secure this bottle. Just can't thank them enough for that. Just awesome. And this is another bottle of Vino Barrique. See here, this one's 58.6, so a little different than the other one. But this here, you can see, open this one up, this is another team bottle, and this is team bottle number 5. So this is the 5th one. So, and I believe, I'm not sure which one's coming out for number 6 for our team, but I mean, you don't have to buy these, but everybody does because they're really rare and they're hand selected, hand picked by Larry and Bill, and they're just awesome. So why wouldn't you want them? And there's so many great reasons why you'd want to be involved with the Truth Malters team, how they treat you, the great whiskeys they bring in, the events that they put on, the whiskeys that are available to you to buy, to the public or anything. Like, this is all just all public stuff. The only two that you couldn't get were the team ones, but the other ones are all available. But these are really, really, really great whiskeys. And Larry and Truth Malters, they keep the prices down as low as they possibly can as well for Canada. So they're not like super greedy. They're not like, well, we got to bring this all over here. Let's just jack the prices all the way the hell up. They totally don't do that at all. Some of them aren't cheap, but they're not, like I said, they're not like, for what you're paying, the markup isn't crazy on them. They try to keep them as inexpensive as they possibly can so that everybody gets a chance to try them and everyone gets a great experience with them. They're all about experiences and creating experience. So another part of the experience is be able to afford a really great bottle of whiskey and then share that with your friends. And yeah, I've had so many great experiences with these Campbell bottles. I tell you, they're just they're absolutely amazing, super special. And if they were super expensive, I'd probably go, well, they're probably really good, but I don't really want to spend that kind of money on a bottle, so maybe I'll just miss out on that. But they're not like that at all. Not at all. They keep them as low priced as they possibly can, and very competitive, and so that you're able to afford really nice bottles like this, and then have something really special in your house, in your cellar, on your lounge, and then be able to enjoy that with good friends and family and create those cool experiences. So that's what those guys are all about, and they're just great guys, just really great guys and girls that are part of Truth Malters. This one here's another soloist. This is the Brandy Cask. That's this one here. That's what this bad boy looks like. Really, like a really nice bottle. It's really, really good. I like the color of that orange. And then this one here, I was able to get this one in Ontario. I made a deal with a guy out there, and from our one of our whiskey Facebook groups and stuff. Super great guy. And so I was able to, and he's a subscriber to my channel. So we were able to make something happen, and he actually sent this to me. So I was really, really, really appreciative of that. And this is the Oloroso Sherry Cask, and I believe this is the Canada only one. Yeah, bottled exclusively for Canada. So he knew that I was a big fan of Campbell, and he says, I got a bottle for you here if you want. And we yeah, it worked out good. Like, it worked out really, really, really good. So I was super happy to have that one. And then this one here, oh my God, this is really, really, really great. This is the peated Campbell. Had a sample of it, have not opened this one, but yeah, this one's super, super, super good. This is their 4th anniversary bottle as well of Truth Malters. So that is all of my Campbell's for now. There's obviously going to be a lot more Campbell's to come because I love Campbell. But we have 3 other bottles here from Sweden called from High Coast. So this is Have from High Coast. I think we've got another couple bottles in the lounge. You'll see later on from Truth Malters. This is very good. We had this at our whiskey club meeting, and And James introduced that. This is even before he became a brand ambassador to Truth Malters. But he introduced this, and everyone fell in love with it. And everybody bought multiple bottles of this particular bottle, this half. Actually, multiple bottles of a lot of different bottles that he'd brought in from High Coast. They are right out of Sweden. So I think it was like a big Viking Swedish whiskey night from High Coast. This one here is the Solera 2. It's a little 500 milliliter bottle. But geez, like, look at the ABV on that. Hey, what a kick in the pants. There's so much flavor on this. Insane amount of flavor to this one here. This is such a good little bottle. Really, really, really good. And really happy to be able to have gotten that one. And once again, Truth Malters team and James were able to secure that bottle for us. And then, I remember James, he called me up one day. He goes, hey man, you should come over to the house. Let's come over and hang out. A couple of the guys from Whiskey Club are over. Let's just hang out and have some fun. And I got something you may be interested in. And I said, okay. So I went over there, and he goes, here, try this. Don't even ask questions of what it is. Just try it and see what you think of it. And I was just about fell off my chair. I'm like, what in the holy hell is this? This is freaking awesome. And he goes, it's Bill's bottle. And I said, what? And he goes, yeah. From Bill. And I said, Bill, like Truth Malters Bill? And he goes, yeah. He was interested. He this is his private bottle, because High Coast does private bottlings, right? And so Bill had a bottle made when they were over there, and he was wondering if you'd be interested in one, because he knows you like this kind of stuff. And I'm like, 100%. After trying this, I definitely do. So I really appreciate James and Bill thinking of me like that. But I was able to buy a bottle of this High Coast. It matches the painting that it's in after. I was talking to Bill about it later on, about what, sorry, it's upside down, how he got to that. And the story behind this painting and the label were really, really, really cool. But this is awesome. And this comes out of a chestnut bottle, like a cask. So like really good, like bourbon and chestnut. You can see here when it was distilled, when it was bottled. But look, one of 65 bottles. Like only 65 bottles of this exist, and that is it. That's all he was able to get out of that particular cask. Holy man, I tell you, I should have bought a lottery ticket that day when this was offered to me. I have not opened this. I've had this a few other times over at James's place, but I'm really looking forward to opening this one day with some good friends and maybe sharing it with some with Bill. I really appreciate it. Bill's such a great guy. Really, really, really super, super, super great guy. Yeah, just a really good guy. That's all I can say. Just a really, really, really good guy. So anyway, that is shelf number 3. So we got all the Canadian stuff off. We got one bourbon off of there, and we got all the Cavalin, all the Truth Malter stuff off of there, and then we got some of the Campbelltown stuff. So we are going on to shelf number 4 next. That's a lot of rum. There's probably some other booze, some cognacs, it looks like, on there. Tequilas, vodkas, maybe some gins, a lot of tequila, it looks like, on there. Mostly rum. So, and God only knows what the hell else is migrated down into there. I don't know. We'll see when we go through it. So, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to be doing a lot more giveaways coming up here too, so stay tuned for that and for a chance to win everything and anything that I'm going to be giving away. All you got to do is like and subscribe to this channel. Go over to Whiskey Cigars and Bond. Give me a like and a follow over there. Stay tuned for more of this awesome Cavalin stuff. We're going to be opening these bottles as we kind of deplete other bottles, because I want to do more dram giveaways for you guys. So we've got a few drams set aside for you guys, and some swag set aside for you guys for from the Campbell and stuff. So you're going to be getting that, and I'm going to put a box together with the swag. Once that's filled up and we go through all this, then I'm going to send it out, and one for sure, maybe two. We'll see how many drams we have that I can get out of them, and how much swag I've got to give away, because I want to make it equal. But we're doing a giveaway, so for sure it's going to be one for sure, maybe two, depending on, like I said, what the swag situation looks like. But it's going to be a good one, so you guys want to be involved with that. And to get involved with the Truth Malters giveaway, all the Campbell, it's the same thing. Just like and subscribe to this channel. Like and follow me over on Instagram, Whisky Cellar Awesome Bond. But also, you have to go over and like and follow Truth Malters on Instagram. So those are those three things to do that, to win the Campbell and stuff. But you're going to want to do that because it's awesome. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys watching. And if you could, like I said, like and subscribe. Share this with anyone that you may have some value in it. Hit the bell for notifications. But even if you're like not into these really, really long ass videos, what really, really massively helps the channel is like just go about your day. Just turn the volume down if you don't have time to listen to all this crap that I'm kind of spewing out. But just hit play and just let her run. And you don't even have to listen to it. Just let it run in the background. Because what YouTube does is they see the hours watched is huge. It's really huge. So I'm almost at monetization that I just need more hours viewed. I've got everything else. I just need the more hours viewed. So if you guys just hit the play and just let her run, if you're not going to watch it, but just hit it play and just turn the volume down, just let her run in the background. That'll help out massive, like huge, like the sky's falling kind of huge for the hours viewed. And as long as I keep that up once a year kind of thing, then I can get some monetization for the channel, which in turn will be sending more stuff back out to you guys. So more bottles, more swag, more cigars, more watches, more everything that I can get, because everything that comes in goes right back out to you guys. And then from the Patreon guys that are doing the same thing for me, there'll be like exclusive Patreon only giveaways if I see that the Patreon guys like, because it'll tell you who's watching and who's not, and how many hours. So say Joe Blow's watching it and he's watched like 3 hours of a video. It'll say, hey, Joe's watched 3 hours of this video. It's like, holy crap, he did it, man, that's awesome. Or Randy's only watched like 1.3 minutes of this video, and it's like, oh, it's still really good that he watched and he liked it and everything like that, and he subscribed to the channel. That really, really helps out. But Joe has gone one step beyond. So those guys that would definitely get like in for other exclusive prizes as well for that kind of stuff, especially through my Patreon guys. So, or really kind of anybody who's watching those really long ass ones, it really helps. And like a lot of times I've got friends of mine on YouTube, and I don't have time to watch all their videos. A lot of times I do though, because I just put it on while I'm working down in the office and I'll watch their stuff. But sometimes you just don't. But I'll just hit, like I got to do stuff. I got to go for a drive, or I got to go for my walk or whatever, or I've got to run errands. I'll just hit play, and then away I go. I'm out of the house, I'm doing whatever, but I'm still playing their stuff in the background, and then their watch hours go up, and they'll text me like, hey man, thanks a lot for watching. And I said, yeah, no problem. And sometimes you tell them like, well, I really want to watch, but I still want to get you the watch hours. I just had things to do kind of today, and they're like, man, that's awesome. So if you guys do that, that would be absolutely massively huge for me as well. I'd really truly appreciate that. And like I said, everything goes right back into this channel, so that'd be really, really, really cool. But anyway, that is that. We're going into shelf number 4. Stay tuned for that. Appreciate you guys in every possible way. Appreciate my Patreon guys in every possible way. You guys are just awesome. The whole team that I've got here, you guys are incredible and making this super fun. So hopefully that wasn't too boring for you. I like seeing haul videos. I like seeing people's collections. So there might be some weirdos out there like me too. So yeah, hope you like what you saw, and let me know if you've had any of these bottles, you're looking for any of these bottles, what you think, or if you've got other stuff that I don't have, because I mean, there's a lot of cool Cavalans out there that I don't have still yet. So anyway, thanks for watching. Appreciate that. Shelf number 4 coming up, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.